Alright guys, here it is, last minute like always. Sorry about the sun in the background. Well, let's see here, I'm going to start, I guess, start at the top for a change. I always start at the bottom. Main event, uh, you know, I thought about this one a lot because obviously Chad Mendes training with Uriah Faber is going to have the absolute best insight into fighting Jose Aldo. Plus, like he said, after the Hominick fight, saw Aldo on his back, got a little bit of insight into a good way to get him off his feet, this and that. Mendes being like the best, one of the best takedown guys, wrestlers at featherweight, one of the most explosive and fastest. Poses a serious threat to Jose Aldo, but when I sit and I size the fight up 50 times over, I really kind of just got to echo what Karsten said in his video, and I just, what it reminds me of back about two or 3 years ago when BJ Penn was on his little run at 155, and where guys like that, it's kind of like Anderson Silva now. Not many guys are going to pick against Anderson Silva, even if somebody's posing a serious threat. Basically, even as serious a threat as Mendes poses, I'm going to go with Aldo, and I'll probably go with Jose Aldo until I see somebody kick his ass, and that's just probably the way it is, man. I just don't see anybody at featherweight beating Aldo, and Mendes definitely can do it tonight. Has the ability to do it, I think. But will he? We'll see. We'll see. And I'm not. With that said, I'm going with Aldo. And Anthony Johnson, story of the night, 11 pounds overweight. His camp said that he became ill and the doctors made him rehydrate. Dana White said that Johnson just couldn't do it. Had another pound and a half to cut and wouldn't keep going. So I need to get some specifics on that. See what the real deal is with that, and it's all going to come out in the wash here tonight, tomorrow. But right now they got to put on the show. So before I was still going to pick Vitor in this fight. I sized this one up 50 times, over and over and over and over and over and over and over, just like the main event. Sorry, a little stopped up. But I was giving Johnson a real good shot in this fight, doing something to be able to catch Belfort, or maybe even muscling him around a little bit and taking some rounds like that. But wow, man, Anthony Johnson jumping up a weight class from 170 to 185, still can't make weight. And not only did he not make weight, he's 11 pounds over because he had to rehydrate because he got sick cutting weight. Well, my opinion of the whole thing is that I have to agree with Dana White on this one. It's completely unprofessional. There's nothing even remotely professional about it. He knew he had a fight coming up for the last, we've all known it now, for about 3 months or however long it's been since they set this fight. It's been longer than that since they set this fight. And Johnson could have been at weight. He could be walking around. I know the dude's a big dude. I know he walks around 200 plus pounds. I understand that. But he could be walking around a lot closer to 185 than what he was to have to cut however many pounds it was. And so now the agreement is, Vitor said as long as he's not over 205, they'll fight. And it says here on the wiki, 197 pound catch weight fight, but that's not what it is. Vitor said that if as long as he's not over 205 tonight, that they'll accept the fight. And if that's the case, I'm concerned about him even fighting because I don't think Anthony Johnson's not going to be 205 tonight. He might be, and if he is, I don't think he'll be on his game. I'm looking at an annihilation by Vitor Belfort. First round knockout, Vitor Belfort. That's my prediction. Husmir Pahares over Mike Macenzio by some type of submission. But I gotta say, man, I'm not giving Pahares as much of a benefit of the doubt as everyone else is. Everyone else is saying that Mike Macenzio is getting sent down to Brazil to get massacred and get his knee yanked off. And, well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, I'm Mike Macenzio. And we're both Mike Macenzio fans, as he just told you. I'm Mike Macenzio fan. I think Macenzio's tough. He is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he does have good stand-up game. And, with that said, I'm going with Pahares to win the fight by sub. But, even maybe I don't buy ground and pound because Pahares is just ruthless, man. But, whatever. That's that. Eric Silva over Carlo Prater. Man, I tell you what, I really have a hard time picking. I know Barboza. I just feel like I just feel like Adam could catch Barboza and knock him out, but I'm gonna go with Barboza over Terry Adam. I have a hard time doing that because I'm a big Terry Adam fan, and I really feel like Adam could catch Barboza and knock him out. And he might do that, and I'll be pissed off because I really kind of went against my original thought of the fight, and I started looking back on some Barboza fights and was just, remember the speed, and Barboza is a beast, and Barboza never goes for takedowns, or hasn't in the UFC. He's primarily a stand-up fighter, even though he's a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. And Adam, he averages going for a couple of takedowns a fight. Not a couple of submissions a fight. He doesn't go for any takedowns, which what tells me is people get sick of getting hit in the face by Terry Adam and they take him down. When they take him down, he goes for subs. And I think Edson Barboza knows that, and I think this will be a stand-up fight. And I think Barboza will point him out. It'll probably be the decision, unanimous, for Edson Barboza. Thiago Tavares, Sam Stout. I'm going with Sam Stout by knockout. I don't think Tavares is going to be able to take him down. Sam Stout's got awesome takedown defense and damn good hands, so we'll see. I'm going to go with Nepal over Oliveira, and I hope that the old guy can pull her out. 32 years old. He ain't that old yet. He can still kick some ass. He looks in shape, and we'll see. I'm going to go with Alcantara over Amagawa. But to me, that's a difficult pick. Amagawa, getting used to the UFC, won his last fight. Whether he doesn't have the greatest record or not, he's fought the who's who of tough guys. And you got to give credit where credit's due. That's a hard pick. But I'm going to go with the young Alcantara to come up and win that fight. Mike Pyle over Ricardo Funch. And Antonio Carvalho over Felipe Arantes. So there's my picks. And it's been the last word with Kimbo White. Y'all have a good night.